Hello friends, today we are going to learn about process groups and processes. So let's get started. In the project management, there are 5 process groups which can be abbreviated as IPEC, which is initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, and controlling and closing. And these 5 process groups can be again come under the 47 project management processes, which we'll learn about later in future tutorials. Process groups. So let's learn about what does process groups mean. In the initiating or concept phase, we define a new project or a phase. In planning, we establish total scope and develop a course of action. In monitoring and controlling, we track, review, and regulate the progress. In executing, we complete the work defined by project management plan. And in closing, we formally close the project phase or contract. The knowledge areas. You can remember the knowledge area, the 10 knowledge areas like this. I see that certain queens have celestial royal palaces surely. The first letter in each of the word defines the knowledge area. I for integration management, S for scope management, time management, cost management, quality management, HR management, communication management, risk management, procurement management, stakeholder management. In integration management, we identify, define, combine, unify, and coordinate processes. In scope management, we include all the work and only the work required. We also define what's not in the scope. In time management, we define the timeline of the project. In the cost management, we define how the cost approved budget for the project, and quality management satisfy needs for which the project was undertaken. In HR management, organize, manage, lead project team or staff. In communication management, timely and appropriate project information to stakeholders. In risk management, maximize opportunities and minimize threats. In procurement management, we purchase or acquire products, services needed from outside. In stakeholder management, we identify all the stakeholders, engage them and manage their expectation. So I hope you got some idea about the knowledge areas. This is a picture from PMBOK guide, and this defines the project boundaries. Whenever the project is initiated by the sponsor or whoever the initiator, they provide all the project inputs, and the project boundary starts from here when the actual project manager comes into the picture. Initiating processes, monitoring and controlling, planning processes, executing processes go hand in hand, and the closing processes. These process groups are not discrete, they actually overlap. Like if you are in the monitoring and controlling phase, you might get a change request from change control board, and you have to again go back to some part of initiating or planning or executing phase. So it's all these process group keep overlapping as and when required. Closing, and this is the project boundary in which the project manager is there, and after that project deliverables, acceptance and everything. This is knowledge area and process group mapping. This picture is again from PMBOK guide. If you have one, you can refer this often. Every time you read about this PMBOK guide, you must refer to this picture and just revise it. The more often you revise, if you revise every day, you will do very well in the exam. So this is initiating process group. These are all 5 process group, and these are the knowledge areas. So in initiating process group and integration management, we develop a project charter. In planning process group, we develop project management plan. In executing process group, we direct, manage, and manage project work. In monitoring and controlling process group, in integration management, we do monitoring and control project work, perform integrated change control. In closing process group, close the project or phase. Similarly, in the project scope management, we use plan. Uh, we don't have anything in the initiating. In the planning process group, we have plan, scope management, collect requirement, define scope, create WBS. WBS is work breakdown structure. We will talk about this later. Monitoring and controlling process group. In this project scope, we validate the scope and control the scope. Similarly, in the project time management, during planning group process, we plan schedule management, define activities, sequence activities, estimate activity resources, estimate activity duration, develop schedule. And in controlling, we control the schedule. Similarly, in the planning phase, in the cost management, we plan cost management, estimate cost management, determine the budget. Project quality management, we plan the quality. In human resource, we plan human resource management. Project management, communication management, we plan communication management. And in the risk management, we plan risk management, identify risk, perform qualitative risk analysis, perform quantitative risk analysis, plan risk responses. In project procurement management, we plan procurement management. In project stakeholder management, we plan stakeholder management. In the initiating phase, we also identify stakeholders in this particular knowledge area. So similarly for monitoring and executing phase, monitoring and controlling phase, and closing phase. So it's better to look at this chart every day or once in a day, or stick in your room where you can view it. So the more often you revise it, you can by heart this chart, the sequence and what all activities takes place in the particular process group and the knowledge area. This chart will be very much helpful in the exam. This is just for keywords to remember and the definition. These three are very important, and you will need these throughout the project management process. So let's see what are these. WPD, WPI, and WPR. WPD is work performance data. It's data raw. The raw observation and measurement identified during activities performed to carry out the project work. Examples include reported percent of work physically completed, quality and technical performance measures, start and finish dates of scheduled activities, number of change requests, number of defects, actual cost, and actual duration. So this is basically just a raw data. Work performance information, WPI. The performance data collected from various controlling processes, analyzed in context, and integrated based on the relationship across areas. Examples of performance information are status of deliverables, implementation status of change request, and forecasted estimates to complete. And this is work performance report. So once we collect data, we convert it into work performance information based on the data, and then after that the project manager converts it into a work performance report. Work performance report is the physical or electronic representation of work performance information compiled in project documents intended to generate decisions or raise issues, actions, or awareness. Examples include status report, memos, justification, information notes, electronic dashboards, recommendation, and updates. So please try to remember the definition. This is very important and will be used throughout the project management plan. So I hope you got some insights about these keywords and the starting phase of the project management. So, if you want to learn more about PMP and how to prepare on PMP exam, come back to my channel or subscribe to my channel for more updates on PMP and other geek topics. Thank you very much for watching.